If you read this word literally, you will feel that what God is saying is that anyone that believes in him, out of his belly or her belly will flow rivers of living water. From reading this context, you will feel that God is saying out of your belly will flow rivers of living water because you believe. But you didn't hear what I just said. If you got rivers of water inside of you, there is no way you will be thirsty. So Christ is saying, you cannot help yourself. So he who believes in me, out of me will flow rivers of living water into him. He who believeth in the Son of God, he who believeth in the Son of God, out of the Son of God will flow rivers. Somebody shout rivers. In the book of Revelation 22 verse 1 to 2, let's see this. Let's see where this river is coming from. Revelation 22 verse 1 to 2. Now I want you to read. And this water is coming from the throne of God and is flowing through the Lamb of God. No wonder when it was on the cross, the Bible says they pierced through him and water gushed out of him. When God was leading the people of Israel through the journey in the wilderness, the Bible said they got to a place whereby everybody became so thirsty and they don't have no water to drink. And God spoke to Moses, and God said to Moses, now use the rock in the rod in your hand, smack the rock, and out of that rock came out water, and this water fed over 2 million people. So even in the wilderness, Jesus gave them water out of him from the rock. There is no human being that have the capacity to help himself or herself. I am yet to see one person who is able to help himself. Lean on me when you're not strong. I'll be your friend. I'll help you care. Look at somebody's face. Don't be too spiritual here. Hey! For it won't be long till I'm gonna need somebody to lean on. Say, you can call on me, brother, when you need a hand. Say, and you might just have a problem that you don't understand. No matter how spiritual you are, no matter how powerful you are, no matter how strong you are, I don't care the tongues you speak. Maybe your tongues is in Chinese. I don't care. We all need somebody. Even the strongest of men needs help. Some of us have been trying to figure out how to navigate this life. Some of us have been trying to figure out how to juxtapose things together. But then you see things are not coming together. For many years you've been trying. Most of the time, we have the proclivity to feel that we're going to die with certain things in our life because solution is not forthcoming. Sometimes we have even written ourselves off and say, hey, there is nothing good that can come out of this. I don't know what has kept you in a position for a long time. I'm not sure what kept your life on a pause for a long time. I'm not sure the situation in your life that is so stubborn that is not letting you go. I came here as a prophet to tell you that that problem is about to give way today in the name of Jesus. You can do all things through Christ who strengthens you. That is true. But without the strength of God, you can do nothing. So when he says you can do all things, you must understand that all things that God is talking about is through the strength of God. I am yet to see a man who can help himself. So he said, if you thirst, he said, come unto me. Anyone who thirsts, anyone who is hungry, anyone who is thirsty, let him come unto me. From out of me will flow to you a river of living water. It's not just a cup of water, it's a river of living water. What does that mean? It means that you will not be thirsty again. Who am I talking to here? God is the only one who can quench your thirst. Every time you are hungry, he said, come unto me, all ye that labor and are heavy laden. He said, I shall give you rest. The rest you are looking for is in Jesus. You cannot get to a place of rest until you experience the power of the Savior. You cannot experience rest. Hello? I'm not talking to somebody here. You cannot experience rest until you encounter this Jesus. Out of my belly. Inside the belly of God is your rest. Out of my belly flows the rivers of living waters. Why is the water? The water is a living water so that it can quicken something inside you. The water is a living water so that it can bring about that which is dead. Bring it forth. Whatever that is dead on the inside of you. But the power of this living water, such will begin to resurrect. The living water is there so that it can bring about those things that are dead on the inside of you. So when the water of life comes in, every dead thing in you begins to resurrect. When the living water comes inside of you, the dead marriage begins to receive life. When the living water comes into you, the dead finance begin to receive life. Somebody shall live in water. That much. So when I start making much money, then I'm going to be fine. I'm just going to be fine. Can I tell you, there are people who are making millions every day, but they are living a very, very terrible life. They are still looking for it. They are still searching for it. They can't find it. Why? Because money cannot give you this kind of rest I'm talking about. Your wife cannot give you this kind of rest I'm talking about. Your husband can't give you the rest I'm talking about. Your children can't give you the rest I'm talking about. Your friends can't give you the rest I'm talking about. This rest can only come from God. If God don't give you this rest, nobody can. That's why you are trying and yet nothing is happening, because you are looking for help in the wrong direction. Nothing can satisfy me. Not my wife. Nothing can satisfy me, not my children. Oh, how come somebody who's got millions in their account killed themselves? They have millions. You don't have 1/3. You don't even have 1% of what they have. You are so cool and you are collected. Come on, I'm not talking to somebody. You are feeling fine. You are cool. You don't have the money they have, but you have the joy. Come on now, I say you have the joy. You don't have the kind of money they have, but you have the peace. This peace, the Bible says, it surpasses all understanding. What does that mean? You cannot fathom it. You can't quantify it. It comes from God. No matter how romantic your husband is, it cannot satisfy you. Because men, we are designed to always yearn for more. Oh, you missed that. We were designed to always yearn for more. So it don't matter how good the person is, the person cannot be good enough. You say, but the man is good, but it's not good enough. But the woman is good, she's not good enough. Because nobody has it all but our Father in heaven. Am I talking to somebody here? That's why you leave this man for another woman. Come on, am I talking to somebody? You leave this man for another woman. You leave her now. You're going for another one. Then you go for another one. You go for another one. You are never satisfied. Because I've noticed that anyone who does not love God genuinely, it's difficult for them to love somebody else. The true love comes from Jesus. So when you love Christ, it's easy for you to love your spouse. It's easy to love the people who hate you. Somebody said, don't go there, don't go there, don't go there. It's easy for you to love the people who want you dead. Those, because the kind of love does not come from what people do for you. It comes from what Christ did for you. I wish I can talk to somebody here. I said it doesn't come. It's not motivated by what people gave you or did for you. It only comes from what Christ did for you. So when you have that understanding, it's easy to love. Many a times we are faced with brokenness. We don't know sometimes, we don't know why we are so broken. We don't know why some things are not working out. We try everything. Come on now. I have fasted. I have prayed. I've gone on 40 days and 40 nights. Lord, I'm living a righteous life. Is that not your testimony? And you don't know why somebody like you should be experiencing brokenness. Lord, please, how can somebody like me experience this kind of brokenness? I serve you. I'm diligent. I come to you when you ask me to come. I serve you with all my life. I give you my seed. I give you my money. Everything you require of me, I give. Why should somebody like me be going through what I am going through? It don't make sense for me to go through what I'm going through because I am doing everything according to the book. The brokenness in you is the object God is looking for to deal with the enemy around you. Because when you are broken, you become sharper. When you are broken, you become smarter. Am I talking to somebody here? You will not understand how smart you are until that man leaves you. Am I talking to somebody? And go to look for another woman. Then your eyes begin to open until that man messes you up. That woman messes you up. And God is using the broken part of you to deal with the devil. Don't ever feel that you are useless because you are broken. Don't ever feel that you are a nobody just because you are broken. Some people have written themselves off just because somebody walked out of them. Because somebody tells you you are inadequate. And they walk out on you and you think the life is over. And you shut the door on yourself, you start crying like a crying baby. How long would you continue to cry? How long will you continue to mourn? How long will you continue to wallow in tears and rejection and dejection? This is the season for you now to open your eyes and see what God is doing even in the midst of your brokenness. What God is doing in the midst of your trouble. What God is doing in the midst of your storm. Because inside your storm is your miracle. You need to open your eyes so that God can open your eyes to the things He wants you to see. The enemy wants you to cry, but God wants you to be sharpened up. Oh, if I lose my mind as a pastor, because sometimes I want to lose my mind, because y'all do stuff. Can I keep it real? Y'all do stuff that makes me want to lose my mind. I'm like, these people are too dramatic. They're crazy sometimes. The Lord, keep my mind on you. Because I'm going to lead my mind to choose my next building. I'm going to need my mind to choose the next building. I'm going to need my mind. I'm going to need my mind to take my children to college. I'm going to need my mind to make sure that my child get married. I'm going to need my mind to make sure my finance is intact. I'm going to need my mind to make sure my marriage is intact. Look at your neighbor, say, I can't lose my mind right now. When your mind stays on Jesus, ladies and gentlemen, what others are crying about, you'll be smiling about. What others are running to get, you'll be sitting to receive. When your mind stay on Jesus, what others are chasing, it will be chasing you. When your mind stay on Jesus, what others are crying to get, you are smiling to receive. When your mind stay on Jesus, things will begin to come in your direction. Somebody say, Lord, help my mind.